Hey y'all, welcome in. As you enter, do me a favor and hit that like button. This helps the video get out to more people. I don't know if you are aware when you go to these stores that they have certain things in their parking lot now. I know I've seen some things in Walmart, and I'm pretty sure they're doing it as well. But we're going to talk about Home Depot right now being one of the stores that's actually doing this, and that is using these particular cameras right here. These cameras allow them to read your license plate. So Home Depot and Lowe's, both of the home improvement stores, are installing license plate readers. Now, is that a coincidence that this is happening at a Home Depot and a Lowe's? No, it is not, because we know that they have workers that go in there as far as construction and all of that trade work go in who are of a certain race. But I think it's going to be used for more than just that. I'm not going to be like the Dems and just say, oh, this is because they want to know about these immigrants that's going in. I don't think it's just that. I think everybody's going to fall victim to this right here. It says a private use of license plate readers is a new step that retailers are using to curb crime in their stores. In their stores now. So if it's in their stores, why do you need to read license plates? Home Depot and Lowe's are two examples of major chains implementing the new security measure. Recently, a theft ring targeting Home Depot has spread across 9 states, leading to millions of dollars in losses. And they're always going to say this is for your safety. And hopefully it is for your safety. But how long are they allowed to keep this information, and what do they do with it? Those stores are now installing special cameras with automated license plate readers in their parking lots. The cameras capture license plate numbers, dates, times, locations, care. Meanwhile, Home Depot and Lowe's say they do not share the information gathered with third parties unless it is required by law. See how they threw that in there? Unless it is required by law. It will always be required by law for them to turn this over to share that information, in my opinion, just my opinion. So they say tens of thousands of license plate readers, cameras are up right now across the United States. This is all a part of the one world order. They are getting the cameras installed. There will be no place that you can go that they can't track you, that they don't know your location. I've been seeing an uptick in different cars going around with the cameras on them, mapping out everything. It's not just for your Google map. It is not anymore. It is for your digital prison that they will try to keep you in. So experts say continuing to add to that collection will help law enforcement create a mass surveillance system. Bingo, there it is. I'm surprised they even said that. But experts are saying this will add to the collection that they already have. It will help law enforcement create a mass surveillance system. I'm sorry I'm not on camera, y'all. I'm just not feeling good today and don't feel like being on camera. Most law enforcement agencies embrace the technology, saying it helps to crack down on crime. Of course they're going to say that. Of course they're going to say that. So let's take a look at some videos and see just exactly what they are talking about. I hope y'all are having a really blessed day. I have to go and start helping my son move today and tomorrow. So that's what I will be doing. So let's go to TikTok and see what is going on here.
You probably wouldn't even have noticed this unless you were looking for it. It's an automated license plate camera. Usually police use these to capture suspects or find stolen cars, but now big retailers like Lowe's and Home Depot are using it to prevent theft. This one is positioned near the entrance of the Home Depot in Newington, and it captures images of a car and the license plate, along with the date, time, and location. And theft is a problem at Home Depot. Montville police just posted these images looking for these people who allegedly took $1,700 in merchandise without paying. In December, police busted 13 people in a Home Depot theft ring spanning 9 states, including Connecticut. And of course, there are some questions about privacy, and the governor just signed a bill that sets some regulations on license plate readers. You can
probably have no idea what this camera is right here. They're not really watching you, they're watching your vehicles. License plate, car color, make and model. The scary part is you can't opt out of this.
Check this out. It's a flock camera here at your local Home Depot.
You heard it, flock camera. There will be flock cameras on every street corner. This will not just be, and there pretty much are. They have them on post. They have, I've been seeing a lot of Duke Energy doing things around lately in the Hickory part of North Carolina and in other areas. So you're going to see a lot of flock cameras because every corner of this earth, they want all of it to be watched. It's not just the United States. We are turning into China. We are turning into these countries that they say, oh, you have no say in anything if you live over there. We're about to have no say in anything over here. Well, you can say, but they'll handle that.
Every time you drive in and out, it is scanning your license plate. So every time you shop at Home Depot, the police know. The presence of these,
which means they know what you're purchasing. And that's the whole thing too. They want to know exactly what you are purchasing, which is why they're putting all of this new technology in our phones, in our TVs, in our laptops, our computers, in our home. We are putting things in our homes, mind you, that we think is for our safety, but in turn, they're using it against us. They're listening to conversations. They're doing all of these things. They have technology. They don't have to go into your home to see what you have in your home. They can see right through your wall to see what you have in your home. So this is what we are turning into in the United States. And I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention who may not know all the things that they are doing. Now, that's just a little bit of what they're doing. There's way more than that. They already have ghost technology, the same technology they used to find that soldier who was in Iran who ejected out of that fighter jet. As long as he had a heartbeat, they could find him. So as long as you have one, they can find you if they're really looking for you. So they don't want anything to go unknown. They want to know your thoughts, which is why they have technology that they can place on your brain. They want to know your health. So everything is going to be tied into this one world system. Your banking is going to be tied into that because it's going to be digital. Cash will be nothing, but I do recommend still having some cash. Digital with your banking, how you're living, digital, everything. So you can be locked out of situations depending on what you need and what your social credit score is. And that means you could be locked out of even going into shop at these stores because they can say, hey, well, if they can tap into your bank account or tap into whatever your social credit is, they can say, well, they can't afford that anyway. So we're not going to admit them into this building to purchase anything because they're probably not purchasing anything. They're probably just going to steal it. Sorry, I'm drinking water. But this is where we're headed. So let's watch a few more of these and then I'll let you go because I have another video coming out later today.
flock cameras is especially concerning here in these Home Depot parking lots, considering that these are often the places of ICE raids throughout Los Angeles and elsewhere in the country. The agents often fly in, snatch and grab workers who are waiting in the parking lot and then take off. Flock cameras have existed outside of these Home Depots.
Yep.
They also exist outside of Lowe's and other sort of big name stores, largely because it came off the heels of this retail theft myth that was going around. We now know, we also knew at the time, this organized retail theft problem was non-existent. It was drummed up by corporations, police unions, police departments, tough on crime DAs that sent people into a panic about this unfettered theft that was going on. As a result, police departments and these stores were able to get more money to fund surveillance technology.
And also looking at these comments, I think that's true. In this comment, it says they are also at Lowe's. City uses them when they do construction too. And I've heard many people say that when you're going through a construction site, sometimes those things have cameras on them. Even the cones be having cameras on them set up. It might be on the inside where you can't see it, but it's a camera there.
Wrote for the appeal an investigation into all of the money that the state of California gave to local police departments here. In that investigation, I discovered that a lot of police departments were buying flock cameras. They were buying new guns. Some were buying Stingray cell phone interceptors. Also notable, some departments bought some facial recognition software, and others bought social media surveillance. There has been evidence that ICE has had access to these flock cameras. They've also had access to other surveillance technologies that your local police department uses.
This morning, there's controversy surrounding a new crime prevention technology being used outside stores, including Home Depot and Lowe's.
Yeah, the companies are installing special cameras in some parking lots that are equipped with automated license plate readers. The goal is to boost safety and more easily track down any thieves. We don't yet know exactly which locations will have the cameras.
This comes after a string of crimes at Home Depot stores, including a theft ring that targeted stores in 4 Philadelphia area counties last year. The civil
Now they're going to hold on to that story, even though, yeah, there was a lot of theft going on. That just gives them the reason to go in and get these laws passed quickly. This is not going to, I'm reading some of the comments while they were speaking. Some people say, well, maybe this will keep our prices lower, because that's what they say. People steal, prices go up, which is true. But guess what? Your prices are not going to go down. Why are they not going to go down? Because it costs way too much money right now in today's world with this whole war going on, the fuel being what it is, possibly being a shortage of it if it continues on, and or going up even higher, or both, shortage and higher prices of fuel. That fuel is what is creating products. That fuel is what's getting the products transported to these stores. They are paying more, so you're not going to pay less. So they can just miss me with the, oh, this is going to bring down the price of your goods because we're, keeping your safety at bay. So if something goes down in that parking lot, are they really watching to make sure you're safe? Say you get attacked in the parking lot, God forbid, or, something takes place in the parking lot that shouldn't take place in the parking lot. Is somebody going to swoop in and help you? No, they're not. It's not about your safety in that terms. It's about their safety in knowing what you're doing, where you're going, who you're with, because it's going to see who you're with, just like your Ring doorbell is letting them know, because they have access now. They can see who's coming and going in your house. All of this stuff is on a one world order. It has to come together by 2030. I predict between 2028 and 2030. Some people say 2027, but not everything is going to be ready by 2027. But I think by 28 to 2030, yeah, I think they will be exactly where we want. This is why we have all this alien disclosure and all of that, so that, you know, when they do snatch people up off the street, they want you to think something totally different. Oh, well, maybe they're missing because the aliens took them or something. You know, they figure we are very gullible to a lot of things, and in some senses we are. They think that we have the attention span of a goldfish, and most of us do. And they know that a certain age group is not going to care or pay attention to things because they already feel like they can't afford anything anyway. So they're willing to not own anything ever. So this is just a whole ball that's rolling right now. And by the time that snowball hits us, people will have just woken up and it'll be too late. It'll be too late. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. And thank y'all for watching. Hit that like. That helps the video get out to more people, because I need more people to see these things. This is not me causing fear. This is me letting you know this is what is happening. It's been happening for a long time, but people are so consumed with their cell phones and these games and these apps and everything else that they're not paying attention to it, or they just don't care because they think it does not affect them. It maybe only affects a certain group of people. That is not the case. It does affect every single person. Every single person will be affected by this. I'll see y'all later today.